Hey Freebs Nation, I'm back! That's right, after a few months off, after having my cute little baby McEwen, I am back, and today I'm gonna show you how to save half on your food bill. Half. Let's do this. Did you know that second to your mortgage, you are most likely spending more money on food than any other expense in your life? What? I know, right? It's true. I'm gonna give you 5 quick and easy ways to cut your food bill in half without sacrificing any of your favorite things. Should we just get to it? Let's do it. All right, tip number 1 is in regards to groceries, and that tip is to buy in bulk. I cannot stress this enough. Granted, I have a big family. I've got 6 kids, but I promise this tip works regardless of the size of your family. Foods that you consume and go through regularly, please buy them in as big of a size as you can afford. There are a couple of reasons for this. Number 1, it is a better price per ounce or per pound or per unit, for one. And number 2, it allows you to build up your own little stockpile, especially for things that can be frozen, like produce, cheese, meat, and things that can store well, like crackers and dry goods. Buy them in bulk, take out what you need right away, take the rest and freeze it, or put it in smaller containers and store it for later. Or if you don't even want to do all that, if you don't have very much storage, buy it in bulk, save yourself a ton of money, and maybe split it with a friend who also only needs half the size. You will save so much money, especially over the span of a month or 2 or 3. It's gonna blow your mind. Costco is a great place to buy bulk, but you can find bulk sections in pretty much every store. Tip number 2 is a cooking tip, and that tip is double and freeze. Think about it. If you've got the ingredients, if you're taking the time, if everything's out and you're cooking anyway, double it. Double the recipe. All you need to do is take half of it and freeze it for another day. It'll avoid those busy nights when you're tempted to order expensive takeout. So there's 2 ways to do this. Number 1 is you can just throw it in a bag. This works especially well when you're doing a slow cooker meal or an Instapot meal or something that just needs to be reheated on the stove, such as soup. Put it in a baggie, run it under warm water to kind of loosen it away from the bag, put it in, throw it away, bada bing. You can also buy these disposable freezer pans at the dollar store or pretty much any grocery store, and anything that's more of like a casserole or a lasagna, breakfast casserole, anything like that. Put it in here, triple cover it in foil, write the instructions on the top, and you can bake it fully frozen. Just increase the time until it is fully cooked. Oh my, what? Oh, it's leaking. Okay, double bag it. That's my tip for you. Oh, definitely leaking. Tip number 3 is to chop yourself. Well, I mean, not chop yourself, but like chop, you know what I mean, right? It is so nice to buy those convenient, vacuum sealed, nice and dainty, pre-chopped, whatever it is, whether it's veggies or meals altogether. But let me tell you what, you are paying for convenience and you are paying way too much for convenience. Take the extra 1 or 2 minutes, maybe even 30 seconds, and chop food yourself, and you will save at least half on what you're buying. You can use a good old knife. There are a number of food processors, or little choppers, if you're like me and cannot fathom the challenge of chopping an onion. I'm crying for days after this. Use a little chopper, food processor, whatever it is, chop it at home, save yourself at least half the cost. Do it. One thing I like to do is get all of my ingredients, everything I need out on, let's say, a Sunday or a Monday, and chop everything I need for my meals for the whole week. So they're ready to go in your fridge, but you're doing it yourself, saving you so much money. Try it. Tip number 4 is to plan your meals. Are you sick of hearing me say that yet? You shouldn't be. I do have an awesome meal planning video that I will link below. Plan your meals. If you're winging it day by day, you're going to be not only wasting more food, but you're going to be spending way more money on that wasted food than you need to. A few tips with planning your meals: keep a really inexpensive whiteboard like this magnetized right to your fridge. I got this at the Target dollar spot. Write down what your meals are, but most importantly, be sure to schedule in two different things. Number one, leftovers. Schedule in days to eat your leftovers so you're not wasting food. And number two, schedule in days to eat out. Life is way too short to eat your own food every single day, and you're gonna wanna eat out at some point. So to avoid the impulse runs to grab pizza or takeout, or a day where you're just tired and frustrated and you're like, let's just go grab some Mexican food, schedule it in and you have something to look forward to. It just goes smoother. Just do it. It's like really good to eat out. Just not every day. And last but not least, tip number 5 is don't throw away that junk mail. Actually take a look at those grocery ads that come in your mail and figure out the best day of the week to go shopping at the stores around you. One of my tips or grocery hacks is to try to shop midweek if you can, instead of on the weekends, because a lot of stores have their best deals midweek, and some stores even stack last week's deals with this week's deals, and they overlap on something like a Wednesday. And then when you go shopping, remember the term that I made up, shelf cooking. Go through your fridge, freezer, and pantry, figure out what you need to use up before you go to the store, because then you only need about half or less of what you think you need at the store by shopping in your own cupboards and fridge first. Try it, it's amazing. Just trust me on this. Shelf cooking, all the way. So there you go. Did I not tell you those were super simple? Try them today, and I promise you're going to get immediate results. All right, so now if you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. It really lets me know how we're doing over here, and I'm gonna stop talking and go get some food because this made me hungry. Bye.